Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn, and this channel is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about my accountability and my personal journey on the ketogenic diet. As you can tell by the thumbnail for this video, what I'm trying to do is get myself prepared for our camping trip this weekend. What I really want to do is set myself up for success to stay on plan and eat healthy all weekend long. So this video is actually going to take place over the course of the next couple days. As I'm getting things ready, I'm going to show you. Tonight, this evening, I'm working on a raspberry cheesecake fat bomb, and I'm going to be using Keto Chow's raspberry cheesecake flavored powder. So very quickly, I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to show you everything, and over the next couple days, I will show you other things that I'm doing to get ready for the weekend. We are going to stay on plan all weekend long. Okay, these fat bombs are actually done in two parts. There's going to be a bottom layer, which is going to be the cream cheese layer, and then there's going to be the top layer, which is the Keto Chow and butter layer. So I have already softened a half a brick or 4 ounces of full fat cream cheese. To that, I'm going to add a half a stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar substitute, whatever you guys want to use. This is confectioner sugar, and it's the Lakanto monk fruit erythritol blend. There's 2 tablespoons of that, 1/3 cup of heavy cream, and a teaspoon of vanilla, which I don't have a measuring spoon for, so I'm just going to kind of and then I'm going to take my mixer, my beater, and I'm going to mix this till it's nice and smooth. So as you can see, it's almost like an icing consistency. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have these silicone molds, and I'm going to put the cream cheese batter just a little bit in the bottom of these, maybe fill them like about halfway. And I am just eyeballing these. Obviously, I'm not measuring anything. So I'm going to keep filling these up, and I'll be back once I get all the molds halfway full. Okay, for the second layer, I am using a Keto Chow Fat Bomb recipe that I got from James and Emily at Ready Set Keto. It is 1 package of Keto Chow. You can do this with whatever flavor you want, and 2 sticks of melted butter. I use unsalted butter because the Keto Chow is so concentrated that if you use salted butter, it can sometimes come across as being very salty, and I love a lot of salt, so even for me, I appreciate the unsalted butter in this recipe. And then I just add the Keto Chow to the melted butter, and you just mix it up. Now, if you wanted to, you could just dump this into molds and freeze it, which I do a lot. Sometimes I'll add some chopped nuts if I'm doing like a chocolatey flavor, just because I like that. Raspberry cheesecake is my favorite Keto Chow as a shake and as a creamy. And you just want to kind of make sure when you mix this that you get all the lumps out. And then you are just going to add a little bit of this on top of your cream cheese mixture that you already have in there. I'm going to get another spoon to use. So I'm just going to finish getting these filled up, and then I'm going to pop them in the freezer, and when I take them out, I will be back to show you guys what they look like. So here is the first batch of fat bombs that just came out. A couple of them fell apart because I was impatient and didn't let them freeze long enough. But you can see here, let me find a better one. You can see here how they're like half cream cheese, half Keto Chow. And then, sorry, it's not focusing. I will, after I finish all these up, I will just bag them up and I'll keep them in the freezer. I'm going to go ahead and taste one for you guys though. If I had more silicone molds, I could make them all at once and then not have to be as impatient. But I'm trying to get all these made before I go to bed. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. You can see that one kind of broke, but I mean, they're really good. If you like cheesecake, These are delicious. It's Wednesday night and I am getting ready to hard boil a dozen eggs to take with us to the campground. And I do those in my pressure cooker. So these eggs are all peeled and ready to go, and I put them in this container, which is easy for us to just put into the refrigerator at the camper, and it travels really well, and I don't have to worry about them sliding all over the place, and I can transport them right from my refrigerator to the camper refrigerator very easily. Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, and I'm super excited for a couple reasons. First off, it's not supposed to rain today for the first time this week. So I am so excited that I don't have to go out and work in the rain. And the weather is supposed to be beautiful this weekend. So we are getting super lucky with upper 60s, lower 70s, and sun all weekend long, according to the forecast as of right now. So I'm super excited about that. That being said, it is Thursday. We leave tomorrow, and I still have food that I need to meal prep. So I'm just going to show you real quick. I have a roast going in the crock pot that I'm going to let cook all day. Then when that's done, I'm going to add a packet of keto chow to it to make like a gravy. Then we can just put that in a container and we can take it with us this weekend, and it'll be something that we can just warm up. One day I'm planning on doing just like a little bit of roast and some shrimp that Mike is going to cook on the flat top with butter and Italian seasoning. So I'm super excited about that. And all that I added to this roast was some seasonings, some garlic, and some butter. And I did use Redmond real salt. I just wanted to mention very quickly that I told you in a previous video that I'm now an affiliate with Redmond. And there's a link down in the description if you already purchased Redmond or if you want to try Redmond. And in my previous video, I said that that link would get you 10% off. No, I was wrong. That link will get you 15% off. So they corrected me on that, and I'm super excited that that actually gives you guys a little bit more of a discount. So if you purchase Redmond or want to try it, they have a ton of different flavors. Plus they have their electrolytes. They have all kinds of things. Go through that link in the description. So I'm just going to show you this roast really quick before I start it and head out the door. I got to head to my mother and father-in-law's and then get some work in today before I come home and finish meal prepping. So here it is. I have it on low because it is going to be cooking for probably at least 8 hours today while I'm gone. And again, I just have some seasonings, minced onion, Redmond real salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. So guys, I just got home and this is the roast. I pulled it out of the liquid. So what I'm going to do is, this is just the broth that's left over from it. And of course, there's little bits and pieces of the meat in there. I was going to add a beef soup keto chow, but I don't have any. So we're using chicken. It'll still give it a nice gravy though. So I added the soup, and then I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm going to whisk it in really good. And then I'm going to put the beef back in to the broth. So this is what it looks like now that it's all mixed up, and I've put the beef back in. It just makes a really nice thick gravy. And that chicken soup keto chow will take on the flavor of the beef, so it'll be totally fine. Hey guys, so since I'm recording anyway, I just figured I would show you and unbox our Thrive Market order. We didn't order that much this time around, but I will show you super quick what we did get. We got 3 bags of the Epic barbecue pork rinds. We got 1 box of, it's upside down. 1 box of the citrus salt element, which we really love in the bubbly lime seltzer water. We got a canister of the Ultima lemonade because we've told you guys before we like adding this to our electrolytes because it gives it a tartness. And we got 2 boxes of the Can Do Keto Crisp bars. We tried these in one of our keto boxes and really liked them. So this is the almond butter chocolate chip. So it's just a chocolate chip bar. And then you all know I got to have me some peanut butter chocolate chunk. And then They always send you a free gift when you order, and so I think this was just a Primal Kitchen bottle of something, and I don't even remember what it was. Let me open it. It was just a bottle of the Primal Kitchen Classic Barbecue Sauce. I couldn't remember if it was the steak sauce or if it was barbecue sauce, but that came free with my order. So that's it, just a small order, a couple things that we wanted to get, and some things we wanted to have for the weekend. Okay guys, for this other meal that I'm prepping to take with us, I'm calling this chicken parmesan bake. And what I did was I put 4 cans of canned chicken drained into a 9x9 casserole. And then I browned up about a pound of ground beef and added a jar of Rao's. Of course, you know, it's going to be chicken and beef together, but how can you go wrong with more meat? So first thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit of this in with the chicken and mix it up. And then I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, as you guys can see, I've mixed some sauce in with my chicken. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to put a layer of mozzarella right on top. And then I'm going to put the rest of my sauce on top of that. And then, of course, we're going to put more mozzarella on top of that. And then we are just going to cook it at about 350 degrees until it's hot, until all the cheese is melted, of course. That's it. It's ready to go into the oven. And speaking of cheese, guys, we love to buy these cracker cut cheeses to take with us when we travel just because they're convenient, easy to snack on, easy to eat. So at Walmart, I get this Colby and Monterey Jack, and then they also have these little containers, so once you open them, obviously you can keep them in the container. Then we have a sharp cheddar, got both of those at Walmart. Then at Aldi, we get the Gouda. And then this is Mike's favorite, the extra sharp white cheddar. So we will take these with us as well. Okay guys, back to this delicious roast. I let it cook for about an hour with the gravy just on warm and put it in a container, and I will put this in the refrigerator and it is ready to go. Something else that I'm doing is keeping all of my keto-friendly sauces and dressings in this bin, and then I just keep it in my refrigerator at home, and then that way when we go to the camper, all I have to do is grab this bin and I know that I have everything and I'm not trying to remember if I forgot something. And it also keeps everything cold, which helps out the camper refrigerator because it hasn't been on. And when you put warm things in your camper refrigerator, it takes a while for it to cool off. So this way it stays cold, and I can just take it and put it right into the camper. I have butter in here. I have steak sauce. I have the mango jalapeno barbecue sauce that I like, classic barbecue sauce, sugar-free Primal Kitchen ketchup, mustard, of course, some Lakanto syrup. I also have some dressings that hadn't been opened yet, so those are actually still in the camper refrigerator. But once I open those, they will also go into this bin. And then there's a lid for it. It locks on like that, and it just goes right into my refrigerator. Guys, I just took my chicken parmesan casserole out of the oven. It's bubbling and it's ready to go. I'm just gonna let it cool off, and then I will dish it into some plasticware that just is more convenient for taking in the camper. Glass is not good, it's heavy, and then you have to worry about it breaking. So I will put it into some plastic containers. So I just got done prepping some keto chow shakes for Mike and I for the weekend. I made 2 apiece. We probably won't drink 2, but I like to have them there just in case. And then if we don't drink them, we'll have them for this week, or we can pour them into a creamy container and have ice cream at some point when we get home. I made snickerdoodle and chocolate for him, and I made key lime and lemon meringue and blueberry pie mixed together for myself. Yes, it's 10 o'clock at night. And yes, Mike is outside making our bacon for this weekend. Good morning, everyone. It is finally Friday and the sun is out and it's supposed to be like 70 degrees today. So I'm super happy about that. It looks like we're gonna have wonderful weather for our camping weekend. But I just wanna show you very quickly just some non-perishable snacks and things that we are going to take with us on our trip. Now, if you saw my video where we did the tour of our camper, which I will link up here if you did not see that, you will see that I have these bins here. These are the bins that go underneath our bed at the camper, at the foot of the bed. And we bring these home with any snacks or anything that we have left over. We put our snacks into the cupboard, we fold these up, and we store them away until we get ready to go camping again. Then I open them back up, set them on the table, and just kind of fill them up with the items that we are planning on taking on our trip. So I've been doing that over the last couple days, and I just want to show you real quick some things that I have in here. We have a bag of high-low chips. Mike loves these, so we're going to take those. We have a bag of those pork rinds that you saw that we got from Thrive Market. They're the barbecue. They're Mike's favorite. Epic pork rinds are some of the cleanest pork rinds you can get. Just very quickly, in this bag, you have pork skins, pork fat, salt, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, mustard seed, chipotle pepper powder, black pepper, cumin, jalapeno pepper powder, and oregano. So it's basically pork skins, pork fat, and spices. I have a little baggie with some Element electrolytes because we usually have at least one of these every day while we're traveling. And I also am taking this tub of Lemonade Ultima. As I told you when I opened my Thrive Market box, that's something that we add just for the tartness. In this next bin, we have more pork rinds. So we have a couple bags of the salted butter Porking Good. We have a couple bags of the white cheddar. And we have one bag of the nacho cheddar because that's all that they had. We have a couple small bags of High Key cookies. And I also threw some of the Can Do Keto Crisp bars in here. That's all that's in that one. And in this last tote, I have some Chomps beef sticks. We have some keto fat bombs. We have some Ratio granola bars. We have a couple different kinds of nuts in here. I got some of this flavored water enhancer that Mike likes to add to his water. A bag of Noosh pancake mix. And then I have some sugar-free gherkin pickles. Now, it seems like a lot, and it does seem like a lot of snacks, but we just like to have variety to choose from, and also if our friends want something we want to be able to share. We won't eat all of this, obviously, and whatever we don't eat, we'll bring back home in these bins. I'll put away everything that we didn't eat. Then the bins will get folded up and put away until our next camping trip. So that's just a few of like the non-perishable, like kind of snacky type foods that we usually take when we travel. Mike and I are getting ready to pack up the cooler, and when we do that, I will show you what we have in there. Okay guys, so I'm just going to show you real quickly what I'm putting into my cooler. I have the roast that I made and the chicken parmesan casserole in containers. I have 2 bags of frozen shrimp. I have my hard-boiled eggs. I have cheese. I have some pepperoni. I have Ratio yogurt. I have my fat bombs that I made. I have a dozen eggs that we can just fry up. We pre-made all of our bacon for the weekend. And I have our 4 keto chow shakes that I made. And that's it. And of course I have the container that I showed you guys that has all of our refrigerated sauces and dressings in it. We have a case of water and a package of lime bubbly. Okay guys, so that is it. That is everything we had prepped and ready to go for this trip. Even if you don't camp, maybe it will give you some ideas of things that you can do if you're traveling to try to stay on plan. And that is our plan, is to stay on plan for the whole weekend.
We're behind schedule.
Yeah, we got on the road a little later than we had intended. So it's almost 3 o'clock and we will get there. We're about an hour away. Ooh, bumpy. We will see you guys when we get back from this trip. Bye.